Hey, all of my infinite beings and friends. Welcome back to Master Infinite Wisdom is on. No? Alright, guys, come on, man. I thought that was a good one. No? Alright, fuck it. Okay, guys. Today, we're going to be talking about shadow work. And a little bit about what that means. What it is, how you do it. Yeah, let's do it. Get into it. Alright, guys. So, shadow work. The awakening. Waking up to yourself, basically. The awakening, the definition of the awakening, for me, in a sense, it means basically waking up to yourself. Waking up to your true self. Waking up to the world, waking up to understanding the differences between yourself, the differences between the world, the differences between how people think. And through that grand awakening process, there are a lot of things that we have to go through as far as ourselves, with understanding who we are and understanding why we're really here, right? And a little bit of the awakening process that needs to be done is shadow work. And when I say shadow work, it does sound kind of scary, right? No? Kind of, ooh, spooky, 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 spooky. No? Alright, guys, fuck it. Okay, guys. No, seriously. So, the shadow work. It sounds as dark as it is, you know. When you think of a shadow, you think of a dark shape. You think of something that follows you. You think of something that never leaves you. But shadow work, I like to think about it as a way of digging deeper into your past, your dark parts. Digging deep into who you are. Now, shadow work, it's a process of discovery and understanding. Shadow work is determined by the amount of work you do, as well as the things that you think about, who you really are, who the world has made you become, or you allowed the world to make you become, because technically no one makes you do anything. You do everything on your own. So let me scratch that, and I'm going to say that what you allowed the world to make you become, and that's what you've been defined as. Whether it's childhood traumas, being the angriest person in the room, having a bunch of insecurities, feeling down about yourself 24/7, depression, anxiety, having all these different things. And all of those different things, which are, in a sense, are emotions, really, about certain things that have been in the shadow for a while, or that have been in the darkest parts of you. And honestly, they just sat there. So for me, that's what shadow work means. It means that you're working on those things that have been in the darkness, and you're trying to release them so that you can be your best self. You can be your happiest self. Now, I did another video that says that it's okay to cry. Okay? I did this previous video, guys, and I'm going to tell you, it is okay to cry. Now, I know I personally, I'm a mainly dominant, clairvoyant person. Not really a big writer. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I have to write things down for memory purposes. I do have like some notebooks and stuff that I used to write down like a bunch of ideas, because I get so many, and and they just pop into my head like pop, 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 like popcorn, like pop, 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 right? So they just pop into my head, guys, and it's kind of like I need to write it down somewhere, right? But I'm not big on always writing, okay? So, I mean, there may be a couple different types of people in the world where you got some people who are more vocal, and I would say myself, personally, I am a more vocal type of person. I love to talk. You guys know this. Don't even, it's not like I don't know. You know I like to talk. Okay. No, but seriously, guys, like, you know I like to talk, okay? So, and when I talk, I talk. But I also like to talk out my feelings. I like to talk out how I feel about certain things. And for shadow work, you can, honestly, I feel you can do it either way. As long as you're doing it with heart's intention, I feel you can do it vocally as well as writing it down. I know a lot of people, when they do their shadow work, they write it. They journal. And I would say that's perfectly fine. If you're comfortable with that way, then perfectly fine. If that's how you do your shadow work, then be comfortable. Because no one's the same, guys. Nobody thinks the same. Nobody does everything the same, right? So if that's how you want to do your shadow work, by writing everything out, writing out your feelings, writing about a bad time in your life, you can do that. And that's considered shadow work. Getting to a point in your life where you can let go and release of these things. But as I say, guys, I personally am a verbal person. I usually will sit in my, I like to call it my Zen room, or my Zen, whatever, like my peace room, my, keep me to myself. But I also, in my peace room, I release in my peace room. In my peace room, I talk to my inner self, and I play it's kind of like a little questionnaire, right? To physically release my emotions about a certain situation. So let's say if I had a bad day today. I had a bad day, and I'm talking to my inner self, and usually my inner self will respond, and they'll kind of question me about it. So I'll say, yeah, I had a bad day today, and then they'll say, why did you have a bad day? Right? So it's kind of like that answer and question kind of thing. You can do that on writing as well, if you'd like to. You don't have to, or you can just literally physically just write and just keep writing about the situation. But I like to kind of do the answer and reply kind of thing, right? Why did you have a bad day? Because such and such, pissed me off because they said this. And then usually there's like a response after that. Well, why did that piss you off? Because such and such wasn't supposed to do this, or they needed to be doing this. But why did they need to be doing that? What part of that affects you, right? It makes you think a little bit deeper. It makes you think about the situation and actually be able to break it down. Why did that really get you so mad? Why did it really upset you? Why are you really angry right now? It has you thinking a little bit more, and that's kind of how I like to do my shadow work. I like to think about a situation, especially the things that are in my past, because a lot of our past is what makes us our present future, our present selves. I don't know why I said present future. How do you get present in the future? I mean, technically, it is a present future. Yeah. All right, fuck it. No, but seriously, it's like our past basically creates what we are now. Our past, it determines who we're going to be if we allow our past to affect us. Now, and that's most of the time. The reason why it's most of the time is because we're children when it happens. Our past is us being innocent. Our past is us being gullible to everything. Our past is us falling for everything that we're told or listened to, right? Those insecurities again, guys. That's bringing that back up, right? So that's what I mean when it comes to the past. Is because when you're a young person, you're not really thinking about that, and then it's all sinking into you because you're young and you're absorbing everything, right? You're like a sponge. Everything is absorbing into your head, whether it's good or bad. It's all absorbing into you, and it's really like you're just taking it because, you know, it's like a sponge. Once you put water in it, it takes the water immediately without even thinking. It's first action, right? And the thing is, it automatically affects us, right? Because once we start going into adulthood, honestly, guys, we don't recognize it. A lot of us don't recognize it until we get woke, until we see what's happening, until we start understanding how we're affecting our own lives and how we're, you know, and how we are really destroying ourselves. And a lot of us don't ever wake up. A lot of us don't ever hit the realization button, you know? But I want you guys to know, by doing this process, showing your emotions, letting out your fears, this will enlighten you so much. It will wake you up to so much reality. You'll be able to see so many different perspectives in life, so many different things to understand about yourself during this shadow work process. Doing shadow work, it doesn't, sometimes it can take a real toll on you, because it's going to bring up past experiences, past emotions, different things of those sorts. It's going to bring things back to you, and some of those things won't be good. You're going to need to feel the moment. I feel like shadow work is another need to feel the moment, but to release at the same time, instead of feeling the moment and holding on to it. Shadow work is a form of realization and relief. I like that. Realization and relief. And it's going to be up to you whether you take that path to get to where you need to be. Whether you want to go down that dark journey. Whether you want to start understanding why you thought a certain way, or why you are still thinking this way, or why you act this way. It's all because of that dark part of you. And I want you guys to know that you all can do it. You definitely all have the power, the ability to do what you need to do to get to that side. You just have to be willing to take one step further each time. And you don't have to start big, and you don't have to start slow. Start slow. Start on something simple if it's too hard, right? Start one soft journal entry, or go talk to yourself about why that made you feel that way. What really made you feel that way, right? And I understand that it's like, okay, I don't know if I'm ready for this. But you are. I don't know if I'm ready to go back down that rabbit hole, but you are. You're ready for it when you're ready for it. You'll know when you're ready for it. I'm going to tell you this right now. And if you're watching this video, it's not something that whenever you see this video or hear this video, that's when you need to hear the video. That means that it's time. That means that it's time to take that journey down that path. That means that you're ready, you're strong enough. You just have to be willing to commit to your pain and your sacrifice to yourself, to making you the best version of yourself. Oh my god, guys. 16. Alright, I gotta stop. Alright, guys, now you know I can go on and on and on and on. Please check out my podcast with the link below. And we can have some other conversations, talk, whatever. But I'm gonna leave that right there. Yeah?